This is Mr. Rack from Harlan High School. He is our assistant principal. We're going to be interviewing you about makeup time today.
Okay.
First, can you give us a brief explanation of makeup time and how you obtain makeup time?
So each semester for attendance, you get a total of 10 combined tardies and absences per class per semester. Once you go over that allowable 10, you start accruing makeup time. So you get an hour for each tardy or absence over your 10 allowed. So
Has that ever been different, or has it been changed?
it's been a number of different ways. There was some sort of makeup time attendance contract, similar thing for a long time, and then between probably 2014 and 2015, we tried something different, and our attendance issues rose dramatically.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2016, 15-16 school year, we went back to the makeup time, and we noticed, and when we did that, we did 15 allowable tardies and absences, and when we did a survey a couple years ago, we noticed we were almost double the number of allowable tardies and absences than other surrounding school districts, so we reduced it to 10. And really, it's made a huge difference. We're still the most allowed in the county. Most of the other schools are 7.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we think it's a good mix. It keeps our attendance, keeps kids, gives them a reason to be in class, and do the right thing. So,
how can you get your makeup time reduced?
well, the best strategy is don't go over and be aware of the number of tardies and absences you have. And you can do that on your Student Connect, like making sure you're aware, making sure that you're having conversations with teachers, that if you're gonna be late and you have a reason, you get a pass, so you make sure that you're not marked incorrectly. But if you go on college visits, make sure you get a note from that college, because we count that as school related.
Mm-hmm.
If you're hospitalized, if you have an ongoing medical issue, make sure that you have doctor's notes on file. Those are really important. Now, just because you go to the doctor and bring in a doctor's note doesn't mean that day is gonna not count towards you, because the best way to view it is, I get 10 sick days like in a job. So I can't just take days whenever I want.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to use those days and be responsible for those. But circumstances happen. We're aware of that. You have a medical issue, you have surgery. We understand those, and we'll work with you. So it's really important that if you get makeup time, it says on your sheet to visit your assistant principal. You need to go see them.
How many available makeup hours are there?
There's 15. There's always 5 sessions of 3 hours. So, and it's up to the students to figure out when and where they're gonna attend, what sessions they're gonna attend, so.
What do you do if your final makeup time is higher than the hours available?
So what we do is, again, it's important that you come and see us, so we can work out a plan. So if you're over the allowable 15, if it's in one class, you'll get a no credit in that class. If it's spread out over a couple classes, we'll work on, do this many hours to be able to get as many credits as you can, but you might get a no credit for that class for attendance, and that shows up on your transcript as an NC.
Who watches during makeup, and how is that decided?
That's teachers. Teachers run the makeup for us. Mr. Urick is in charge of makeup time and attendance. Overall, he sets all that up, so he will put it out to teachers, and the teachers that are available and would like to help out volunteer.
What's the most makeup time you've ever seen?
Oh boy, I don't know. It's I mean, legitimately, like, it'll come up because we run a computer program, and that doesn't differentiate between, like, if somebody's hospitalized, say they've had a major surgery, a big medical condition, but I've seen a ton. But then most of the time, you know, the general student is, if they have makeup time, it's very manageable, because we overall, you look at our attendance and where the state considers truancy is over a certain number of absences, and when we look at the numbers at the end of the year, we're at like 2-3% of our student body, and a lot of those are medical conditions and stuff. So we take a lot of pride, and we know you guys as students take a lot of pride in making sure you're here. You don't always want to do it, right? Like, I get it, but it's important you get here on time. It's a good life skill to have. So
what's the most used excuse to get out of it, would you say?
It's usually some sort of ongoing medical condition, like, and they're legit. You know, we try to make sure, you know, we don't want to hammer everybody, and we want to be compassionate, but we also have to uphold the standards, and as students, you need to be responsible for that. So, you know, is just saying, well, I've got a long car ride in the morning is not necessarily, or I wake up late every day. Well, set your alarm 2 minutes earlier. Like, I get it. Mistakes happen, but that's why you get 10, right? Yeah. So it's important to be on top of it.
How long have you been doing this?
Makeup time,
yeah.
And so 2000 since I've been around, 2015-16 school year was when we restarted it up. And the thing to consider too is going back to, what if I get more than I can make up, or if I have say I have a job and I can't attend makeup time. You always have the opportunity, if you get an NC that next semester, if you do not go over, you're allowed 10 tardies and absences in any class. You get any NCs you earned the previous semester back. So you had a rough semester, you get some NCs, you want to try and figure it out, you have a great semester, you get everything back, you get all your grades back.
That'll be it. Thank you.
Thank you.